Hello and welcome my fellow glitches to my humble abode I call the Koopa Corner. In today's video I want to share with you my wishes for what I want to see at E3 since it's only 2 weeks away. So without further ado, let's deep dive into it. Last year's E3 had a lot of reveals that haven't been released or haven't been updated with newer trailers. So my first wish to see at this year's E3 is the new God of War game. I want to see a new trailer that will show us just a little bit more about the world. Maybe the exact time it takes place in, or something like if Kratos still gets visions from his past while venturing in the lands of the Nord. These things will surely spike interest in fans and newcomers to the series. Maybe they have added some more gameplay mechanics that they can show. That will surely be awesome to see. Next on my list is Ni no Kuni 2. I loved the first game. The Ghibli animations, the gameplay, they were all amazing. The story was kind of on the childish side, but still a true Ghibli story. Lots of emotion and lots of read between the lines storytelling. We haven't received any release date and haven't received any new trailers, so a little in-depth revelation for this game will be appreciated. Though we have been in the loop with news for the next title on my list, we did receive screenshots and a little analysis on gameplay mechanics and such. I still want to receive a little more news about the new Final Fantasy VII Remake. A release date maybe? A new trailer? Just a little something, you know? The same goes for the next title we long for. We all long for. Especially if you're watching this as a regular to my channel. Kingdom Hearts 3. We just know that there is something that Square just want to show us. A new trailer, or something that has to do with the story, maybe a release date. But it will be something, I'm sure of it. I will be truly disappointed if Kingdom Hearts is not on E3's list this year. Apart from my fandom, I do want to see something from the new Assassin's Creed game. I would like to know the setting, maybe a teaser trailer. I want to know if it will be a continuation or maybe a reboot of some sorts. There were leaks and rumors of this game being called Assassin's Creed Origins, so I'm guessing we will go back in time again, but I do want to hear some news about this. With last year's E3 reveal, there was a title that leads to 2 of my wishes for this year's E3. The first one being Days Gone. Its trailer that we got to see was one with the setting just as The Last of Us. The looks, the feels, they both did something similar. But we get to ride motorcycles, and that's kind of amazing, right? That also leads to another thing I want to see, and that's a little more info about The Last of Us Part 2. Boy, that short teaser we got a couple of months ago, it blew our minds. So I'm sure they can do this again. I want Troy Baker in my life again, you know what I'm saying? Another thing on my list, but we've yet to hear something about it, is a new iteration for the Jak and Daxter game for PS4. We will receive a compilation of all games for the PS4, remastered, but I mean, there are a lot of games from the early days that I want to see resurrected on the PS4 in all its graphical glory. Like Crash Bandicoot for instance, I mean, that game looks so good. How about taking Jak and Daxter and giving it the same facelift for the PS4 with a new story? Or how about Spyro the Dragon? And I mean Spyro the Dragon from PS1 and early 2 era. The later Spyro games were not that good. You didn't need to collect gems anymore or find your dragon friends. The newest Spyro games were stale and boring. But the old ones, those were the days. I also want a continuation for Ratchet & Clank. Its reboot was amazing, so I really want that one to continue too. But I do hope they will kind of merge the old trilogy with the future series into one. I really did like Ratchet & Clank 2 and 3, but I liked the future series better. They felt more like a continuation to the first Ratchet game than the other ones. They were more about Ratchet and the Lombaxes, and of course more about Dr. Nefarious. Games that will also probably be touched upon, but aren't exactly on my wish list, will be Knack 2. Because we know that one is coming. It will be interesting though to see something about that game. But also Battlefront 2. Personally, I played the first one and I hated it. The gameplay was fine, don't get me wrong, but I paid full price for that game that was practically a DLC. So little content. If they're gonna show the second Battlefront, I want it to shine. I want it to be a game with a campaign, one you can enjoy, that if you buy it, you want to tell your family about your TIE Fighter experience. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, these titles are what I want to see at E3. Any extra will be very appreciated. What I really don't want to see is a new PlayStation announcement. Like, we got the Pro only 6 months ago, so they better don't come up with something that will counter the Xbox Scorpio. They can announce the slim version, I wouldn't care, but do not announce a new one. Okay glitches, that was it for me, for my wishes for E3 in 2 weeks, but what about you? I am interested in what you want to see, so please do tell me in the comments. Maybe I forgot something on my list and you make me realize how stupid I am to forget about it. Hope you liked this video, leave a like if you did, subscribe for more of my content, and until the next time, may your heart be your guiding key.